drama while I was gone that I never got into, and I kind of want to look into this because I didn't even look anything into it, and I want to check it out because I think it will be kind of funny. I think it will be funny. Dream versus TommyInnit drama. The deep dive into the Dream's miserable attempt at a comeback. Oh boy, let's take a look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god.
On January 12th, 2025,
Minecraft drama.
TommyInnit released a video titled Dream. In it, he spoke to Dream directly on the topic of a drama that no one could have expected happening in the year of our Lord 2025. In a matter of 2 days, the video is already sitting at over 3 million views, making many people feel like they're back in 2020. For someone unfamiliar with these people, the drama will seem really stupid, and it is, but it has a lot of depth. Depth that goes back.
I bet that depth is really dumb, and it's just really dumb. I bet it's really dumb. What do you guys think? You think it's dumb, or you think it's really, it's like crazy wild, man? I think it's dumb.
So count yourself lucky because I'll be explaining everything.
Thank you.
Starting from the absolute beginning.
What a kind man. What a kind man.
We are now in 2020, knee deep into the COVID-19 pandemic. The streets were empty and everyone was at home. This meant that no one was socializing. And for people to actually maintain some semblance of sanity, they instead had to socialize online. This meant that video games and online services benefited from this greatly. Steam broke its all-time active player record. Twitch had record-breaking viewership. And hell, even the Xbox Game Pass hit 10 million players, which was...
Dude, COVID was huge for online services. It was incredibly huge. Like, nobody had anything to do at home. Like, people that were normal finally had to sit home and figure something out and do stuff at home. It didn't change the life of people that just sat on the internet all the time. But for people that used to go out and have a life, yeah, this was a big thing.
It was unprecedented at the time. This also meant that anyone making content online benefited from this in some way. More people indoors meant more people watching your content as they were bored. And one of the people who benefited the most from this was Dream. Dream focused on Minecraft, which was booming at the time, making fun challenges with crazy twists. His viewership directly benefited from the pandemic, but he truly blew up when he decided to create the Dream SMP server, with SMP standing for Survival Multiplayer. But just like all of Dream's challenges, this also had a twist. Him and many of his friends would get together and roleplay, creating backstories, factions, wars, storylines, you name it. It went live on April 24th, 2020 and blew up very quickly. One of Dream's most popular series was him trying to speedrun the game while his friends tried to stop him. And I mean, look at these views, man.
That is actually fucking crazy. 76 millions, 83 million, 123 million, 45 million, 89 million. Bro, why did I not make Minecraft videos? This is incredible. This is insane. What the fuck? 123 million for a video? Oh my god, these views are insane.
Millions per video, 100 million over here, 83 million. You want to know what can compare to this today?
How did he get so many views? There are only 8 million people. You're right. That is actually crazy. That, you know what this means? That means that every single individual on Earth watched this video multiple times. Yep, that's right. We all rewatched it.
The only channel that can get this many views in 2025, Skibbity Toilet. No, wait, actually?
Wait,
actually?
really?
What the fuck?
There is no fucking way Skibbity Toilet has this many views. What the fuck is this shit? Is this... I have no idea. Is this Half-Life 2? Is this Garrus mode? Is this what Skibbity Toilet is? It's just fucking Garrus mode? How the fuck is Garrus mode a sensation for kids? Damn, Gary really popped off with that game. His game is still being used to make content to this day.
Who watches this, man?
It's
74 million, 51. What?
Kids watch this. 48. This is insane. This is actually, we gotta watch one of these videos. I'm interested. Like, why are people watching this?
Oh my god! I didn't even know this was a thing!
Oh my god. Skibbity Toilet Season 25, all episodes.
He's still uploading 1 day ago. That's...
I have a coworker that always says Skibbity. It's
crazy. Anyway, this is a great way to explain to you how big Dream SMP was back in 2020, all right? Yes, it compares to Skibbity Toilet in 2025. Great analogy. Now, there were many people who either joined permanently or were guest appearances, but for the people who were able to join permanently, if they weren't that big of a content creator, they were able to build a crazy, insane career by just being a part of the Dream Team. I'm sure you recognize some names here, and there's a reason for that. Some of the guest members were people like Ninja, Mr. Beast, KSI. Everyone wanted to be a part of this, if only as a guest. It was massive. By 2021, people just couldn't ignore it anymore. Anytime you would log on to Twitter, you would start seeing hashtags that didn't make any sense that were there purely because of this server. This article on Business Insider talks about it. TommyInnit had created a character on the server called Tom Nook, who's from the game Animal Crossing. This made Tom Nook start trending on Twitter, purely because he was being played by Tommy. Their massive success also meant that they had many crazily passionate fans, and people couldn't ignore their existence any longer. To give you an idea of how fast the growth was, Dream had 100,000 subscribers in August 2019, and then was at 8 million subscribers by August 2020 in just the span of a year. Growth like this isn't just impressive or astronomical, it's also worrying. Growing too quickly has its negatives just like it has its positives.
Can you imagine you grow this quickly, how what happens to your life and your mental state? I mean, this is a big shift in your entire life in a span of moments.
And the negatives were starting to show very evidently.
Ego topped up. I feel like you would, yeah. Probably. I do wonder. I think everybody questioned themselves in that regard, and they would say, I would never change. I won't change for that. I think a lot of people probably wouldn't change with success. But like, I think then it's very hard to tell whenever you have this form of success, of growth, in a quick, like, within such a short span of time. Like, this is insane. Like, look at this. Look at that graph. That's crazy.
But for now, that didn't matter. They were raking in all the success. Here's an example of a character on the server. All the storylines, all the arcs, all the
partners, Ninja, ex-husband, divorced. Damn. They had Ninja here?
Stuff going on. For people following this, it was endless content, and it was easy to get obsessed with it when you were a teenager. But unfortunately, good things don't last forever. And by 2022, one of its most prominent members, Technoblade, had passed away.
That's unfortunate.
This very sad development, combined with other smaller reasons, was the beginning of the end for Dream SMP.
Yeah, I think Technoblade was suffering with cancer. But I heard this was very interesting. He was preparing videos to upload for a year. While he was gone, he knew about it, which was, it's very tragic. It is very tragic.
Season 1. And by April 2023, 3 years after the server was initially established,
dying so young is so sad.
By blowing it up to smithereens. For many, Dream SMP was something that was never done before, and the community behind it was colossal. Dream could tweet out something as simple as saying deviously lick my nuts and get over 300,000 likes.
I don't think so.
Many content creators couldn't fathom.
He would need to, I think, Minecraft, I think he died at the age 22, maybe, or 21. You know what? I don't know enough about him. I'm not sure, but I don't think he was about OG. The OG were Yogscast. They were the OG. Yogscast were the OGs.
Having this much influence, but at the same time, Dream couldn't either, which is why he didn't control it well at all. Look, having so much influence means that there's a lot of talented people who'll be watching you and making art of you. In fact, so many people found out about the Dream SMP not through Minecraft gameplay, but through animatics, animations, drawings, fan fictions, you name it. Such works will have tens of millions of views and will often reach people who had no idea who Dream was, only to find out about this community and feel a part of it. Many people focused on the advantages of having such a massive and loyal audience. TommyInnit was a guy who had joined the server when he was 16, and there he was breaking records with over 650,000 live viewers during the Dream SMP finale.
That's insane.
These were numbers that not only Tommy couldn't dream of, other content creators could never dream of as well. This was
650k viewers.
A worldwide...
Imagine clicking that ad button that moment, bro. Think about that. You click that ad button once, you put a 3-minute ad, 650k viewers. Boom. Damn. Damn.
Phenomenon. But it wasn't all sunshine and roses. I mean, the fans were called Dream Stans for a reason. Stan is a term that Eminem had coined a long time ago in a hit song by the same name. It talks about an Eminem fan by the name of Stan, in which he had become so obsessed with him that he abandoned his family, his job, everything that made him who he was, in the pursuit of trying to be like him and gaining his attention. Being called a stan is typically not something you want to be called, but it's something that Dream stans prided themselves in. And there's a reason for that. They were insane. If you search up the definition of Dream stan on the Urban Dictionary, the first definition that will show up is highest stage of cancer.
Dream stans have no father. What the fuck?
Dream stans have no father. But other definitions are way more disturbing. They had a terrible reputation even during the peak of Dream SMP. This starter pack is an example. Look, they would dox and
Dream Stan starter pack, sending death threats to anyone that doesn't like Dream. Dream is God. Dream is everything. We must worship our Lord. Likes mask even though it's shit. They're shitting on his mask? I thought you loved them. Face reveal. I want to know if I can join the SMP. It seems cool. Why hasn't George and Dream just come out of the closet yet? Damn. Yeah, I think this is a little bit over the top, guys. I think this is a little much.
Send death threats to people who openly stated they didn't like Dream. They would turn on people in the Dream SMP over the smallest things, then would use hashtags to absolutely destroy Twitter's algorithm and make everyone aware of it, even though they don't care. They would also ship everyone, okay? Even though they might be straight or not gay, they would still ship them and say, hey, just come out the closet already. Come on, get it over with. Not to mention that there would be fan art of people kissing even if they were underage, like TommyInnit, who had joined the server when he was 16. This right here is blurred. I can't show it because of YouTube, but listen, some fans were so twisted in the head they would draw explicit fan art of Dream SMP members, but dismembered or bleeding or hurt or whatever. You get the point. It was a very weird, very disturbing obsession. Now, obviously, the majority of Dream stans weren't twisted enough to be into stuff like this, but there was enough of them to make it a problem. However, what many of them were hypocrites. They would always pretend to be progressive and virtue signal about what's right and what's wrong. But then as soon as someone offended them for the stupidest thing, they would take out all the slurs, okay? All the slurs possible they could use against them and use them. Here's an example of a video Charlie had made, with TommyInnit replying to a tweet from Dream saying, they included a few J-Schlatt moments in this video. Do they not know of his wrongdoings? Do they not know? I'm not happy, Dream. Where he was joking.
I love Schlatt, man. Look at this video. Schlatt, how cancel culture failed to stop him. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Schlatt is he's a funny guy. And the problem is that when you're actually funny, you're probably going to say things that trigger other people. Like, I'll be real with you. This guy just goes on. He just pops off.
That J-Schlatt was included. Both Twitter and Dream stans had tried to repeatedly cancel J-Schlatt over the dumbest, stupidest things I've ever seen. Like how here, a tweet with 2,000 likes was alleging that he was racist against Asian people because he was trying to squint into an obsidian portal while he was playing Minecraft. I'm not even kidding, okay? Just the mere mention of his name triggered them beyond belief. Tommy had signaled through this joke that he was still on good terms with J-Schlatt. And that was enough to cause a massive controversy on Twitter that trended for everyone and that showed the true nature of Dream stans. These seemingly progressive and virtue signaling fans would say things like this. Or things like this directed towards Tommy, who was a minor at the time, saying, I don't give a fuck if you're feeling overwhelmed. You are privileged and face no type of oppression, but still continue to victimize yourself instead of holding yourself accountable and apologizing to all the fucking minorities you've hurt. God damn. I don't even know what they're talking about here. I don't know what minorities Tommy had hurt at the time, but one thing was for certain, all these comments were getting to him, someone who wasn't even 18 years old.
Where? In America? In England? Like, Tommy's British, right? Like, where we're talking about minorities. How does this... I've never... By the way, this argument, is it just me? Is it my stupid European brain that just thinks this is like a weird thing to write on the internet? The internet is worldwide. Like, they're not minorities everywhere in the world.
And he would deactivate his Twitter fairly often. In fact, it was something you'd find from
members. Gotta be more specific, you know what I mean?
Dream SMP. And when this would happen, Dream would never call it out. He let his community run rampant because he was too scared of any backlash. And
the person which wrote that is 13, don't worry. I think that most things on the internet, at least Twitter, wouldn't really these witch hunts and hate crowds and nonsense being posted would completely be eliminated if you had to be above 18 to enter social media. Like, if you had to send legal ID to join social media, I don't think we will see this ever. we would not see this have 270. First of all, if this ever posted, okay, let's say this posted, we would never see this have 276 likes. We would see it have 0 or 3 likes maybe.
If he would receive backlash, he would completely backtrack and apologize immediately to move on. This was exactly what his community wanted. The reason why they acted this way is because they saw everyone on the Dream SMP as playthings, like a kid sees a Barbie doll. And in order to have full control over their doll, they needed to bully them from time to time, like they were doing to Tommy right here. All these reasons combined is why Dream stands had such a bad reputation, and people to this day dislike them. I'd like to specify that not all Dream stands were this bad, but too many were, to the point where it didn't matter, unfortunately. Now, as you can imagine, with fans like these, there were many controversies. But one of the most important ones was as Dream SMP was closing in 2023. The Minecraft community was wondering, okay, what's next? Well, Quackity, who was a Dream SMP member, came out with the announcement that he was making a server called the QSMP, the first bilingual Minecraft SMP server, in which people could speak English and Spanish with live translation.
QSMP was a great idea. I would like everybody to understand, I have never watched any of these people before, even though I bet they're amazing content creators. I don't know anything about this. I'm just consuming the content and giving you my feedback.
A very big achievement at the time.
I don't know what this is.
Well, as it turns out, very shortly after Quackity had announced his server, Dream came out with his announcement saying after Dream SMP, he was going to make United SMP, the first multi-language SMP with live translation. The languages were going to be Spanish, Portuguese, French, German, Korean, and English. Now, of course, there was
built-in translator with people from all over the world. Oh, I heard he because I heard he released like a few months ago like a program for Discord where it basically translates Discord conversations, so you could do that on stream. So you could talk to people with different languages on stream because it will translate directly to each other. Yeah, that is really cool.
Concern
That's awesome.
From the toxic Dream stands that, oh my god, Quackity copied you. But Dream stated, hey guys, it's fine. His is English and Spanish, mine is multiple languages, it's still fairly different. Quackity did not comment. Well, QSMP was delayed by around a month, and the final announcement from Quackity was that, hey, listen, it's launching on April 26th, and it doesn't just have English and Spanish, it has all the languages.
I've been on Spanish Duolingo grind. Let's go, man.
That were in the United SMP. So 6 languages total with live translation. At this point, Dream stands were furious that Quackity had copied Dream's idea. Quackity couldn't care less and never
copy an idea of making a server? That's crazy.
Addressed the drama, but Dream did. In the longest tweet possible. Look at how long this is. Look at this.
Damn.
Look at this. Who's gonna read this?
Damn, bro, I don't want to read one sentence of this. Like, can you imagine yourself? You sit down and you write all of this about a Minecraft server. Like, I feel like, man, what the fuck? What are you thinking about, bro? Go sit down. Go buy a burger. Go chill out. Like, I don't know. Go to the gym. I don't know. Go hang out with friends. Go watch a movie. Like, what the fuck are you writing this about? Oh my god.
This instantly became a meme with a post saying,
"Oh my god, it was Dream." Dude, what is going? Like, he must have been in a bad mental state. I'll be real with y'all. I bet he's a great guy and a chill dude and an amazing guy. But like, when you pop off like this, it's a little bit much, man.
No way, he typed all this out thinking we're gonna read it.
Is this ChatGPT? Or did he type this out? Like, what's going on?
I mean, seriously, who's going to read this? Most people didn't, and we're just making fun of him. In it, he explained that he kept trying to reach out to Quackity and that he was being ignored, trying to clear up the misunderstanding, but Quackity couldn't care less. He also expressed that he got doxxed, a tracking device was placed on one of his family's cars, and the police were involved, okay? All over a dumbass Minecraft server, all right? Do you understand now how crazy the fans are? But how is it that Dream was being absolutely dragged through the mud? Where were his Dream stands? Well, they were still there, it's just that his influence had gone down significantly. You see, in 2022, Dream had done his infamous face reveal. And by 2023, many of his fans had found that this whole mystery surrounding who he is was gone. It just wasn't the same anymore. He had actually hurt his brand significantly by showing his face. And this was one of the first times where he realized, wait, like, have I fallen off? A few months later, Tommy would release this video titled If YouTubers Were Honest, in which he makes fun of people like Andrew Tate, Logan Paul, and, unexpectedly for many, Dream, specifically regarding his drama with Quackity. Watch.
Yes, it's done! A Minecraft server to combine multiple communities, my communities together, and bring the world together. This is an amazing idea!
Wow.
Hey, I don't like that idea. It's actually my idea, not yours.
That doesn't... Okay, that's fine. We can both do it, I guess.
Stop. ignoring me.
What?
Stop ignoring me. You haven't replied to my DMs in a whole week.
Yeah, okay, I just didn't. That's fine. I just didn't really want to.
You're not nice. You destroyed our friendship, telling everybody about everyone. Oh,
Okay, I don't want to do this right now.
Posted it.
What?
Too late now, too late. History.
Why would you do that?
No, it's no hate, though, man. It's no hate. It's just love, man. It's just love. I think you're a bad person, that's all, but it's no
That's
hate.
just an insane response to this.
I didn't send anyone to hate on you, man. It's all love. It's all love from
Naturally.
me. I just think that you're the worst person ever.
It's what?
Wear a smile. Wear a smile more. Smile
Yeah,
more.
smile,
Big
man.
Friendly dream.
So not only was this unexpected, it
Man, that was cinema. What the fuck? Holy.
also criticized
when
Dream
do we
in
laugh?
many more ways than one,
Now.
making him out to be crazy, unstable, hell, even psychotic, but also how he would type out these massive essays anytime he needed to explain the slightest thing and would always end it with, hey, listen guys, don't attack anyone please, but he knew exactly what he was doing. When you have such an unstable, massive
Good
community,
job, chat.
you type something as large as this and have Quackity's name stamped over it multiple times, then even a donkey could understand what you would be doing to Quackity and his community. And the fact that Tommy, one of Dream SMP's biggest YouTubers, and someone who's known to be one of Dream's friends, did this, made it all the more significant. But the question is, how did Dream react to this? Well, in one of the most unhinged ways possible.
Did we get another tweet? Ooh, did we get another tweet?
Months after that video from Tommy had come out, Tommy's mother, who is on Twitter, had tweeted this out, saying, "The only DM I've not deleted is one from an entitled content creator who had the nerve to send me a massive essay DM on why my son's bad. The arrogance. A grown man complaining to the mum of his former pal. Playground behavior as if I'd go, actually you're right. Blew my mind." Ari, my last tweet, it was from last August, when Tommy had released the video. It was the one that you think it was. Yes, that one. We were all a bit surprised.
I love how we have moms involved. Like, it does feel like we are in the we're in the primary school right now. Like, we got the mom involved in all of this. That's crazy.
She hadn't revealed who it was, right? But everyone already knew. Who else would type a massive essay to someone's mom? Dream. The message that he had sent Tommy's mom was only revealed to us today in 2025, and we'll get to that later. Over the next few months, Dream's influence would continue to diminish,
telling your
almost
mom
making him
on
out
you?
to be a
Yeah,
wall
what the
count.
fuck?
He got into a fight with Nicholas Cantu, a voice actor from Gumball, hoping to, as always, use his community to win a fight, but instead his community turned on him. He would post a video of Nicholas being drunk while underage in the same Uber as him, saying slurs, belittling the driver, and being narcissistic, trying to use the same cancel culture tactics of his own community, but instead, they just flipped it against him and were like, you're just a loser. Why are you even in an Uber with an underage person who was drunk? This, coupled with the fact that someone had posted an entire 24-page document
What are your
alleging that
latest?
Dream
What
had
the
preyed
fuck
on
is
his
this? What are the latest grooming allegations against Dream in the 24-page document? The fuck is going on, bro? Man, what is this?
16-year-old fan didn't really
What
make him
is
look good
this?
at all anymore. He quickly shifted into being one of internet's most powerful personalities into just another lolcow. And it's not like anyone was sad over it. Many people had hated him and his community for a long time, and now they finally had a reason to publicly hate him with proof. He went from being able to bully anyone he wanted with a snap of a finger to now getting bullied with every single word he said, only to delete the tweet afterwards and it being even funnier. Now, he would go on to disprove the fact that he's a predator, that he's a pedophile, by making this video titled The Truth, currently sitting at 13 million views around the end of 2023. And while it did clear him of the craziest accusations, people just didn't really care that much. The damage had been done on his reputation. Whether he was innocent or not, it didn't matter. People had come to dislike him and his community so much that whether he was actually a predator or not changed nothing. They were going to still hate on him. And just to piss him off, they were still going to call him a predator and a pedophile. And that's exactly what ended up happening. Not to mention that a couple of massive content creators that were on the Dream SMP got into massive controversy. Like Wilbur Soot's very weird acts against his ex-girlfriend, and George Not Found's acts against someone who was in a party. Now, obviously, in George's case,
Bro, what is happening with the Minecrafter? What's going on? What are they popping up with?
the person accusing him was definitely fishy, but it didn't matter. The community that they had built got so horny over the idea of canceling someone, so an allegation was enough to take you down. In the case of people like Tommy, who had admired these people playing with them on Dream SMP and seeing them get into so much trouble, he started distancing himself and trying to find his own path on YouTube. Many Dream stans who used to worship Dream and other people on the Dream SMP server would start to become antis or haters, dedicating all their energy to hating them instead of worshiping them. And honestly, it's not that big of a surprise, because when you get infatuated with something, the lines between love and hate are so blurred, they might as well be the same thing. It was so easy for the biggest Dream stans to become haters because they realized they never really loved Dream. They were just obsessed with him. After this, Dream would slowly fade into obscurity. He wasn't as big as he used to be, and his fans definitely dwindled. Because of this, Dream would barely upload, focusing more on his music career, where many people would also continue to make fun of him. The internet was able to slowly finally start healing, until he decided to make the worst comeback ever in January 2025. As I mentioned before, many of the people that used to be
Wait, he came back recently?
Dream
Okay,
SMP would
okay.
proceed to try and find their own path. This was the case with Tommy, otherwise known as TommyInnit. He would dabble into doing stand-up comedy, something he absolutely fell in love with, and would also start a podcast with his friend Jack. Now, all this drama would start in one of the dumbest ways possible, and of course it would. It was because of a segment in this episode right here titled It's Finally Over. Specifically, this clip. Watch.
Ooh.
It's the worst person you... All right,
Oh my god, I know this shit. This is the only part I know about
The
this.
worst person I met award.
oh, for me, it's so easy.
Go on.
Mizkif.
What
Pissed
is
me off
this
the
reaction?
twat. Just the way he
You
looked.
like barely even met him. You just like
He just
stood
wouldn't
near him for a bit.
Oh, I hate. Have you ever just hated someone based off nothing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I was.
So yeah, Tommy had essentially called out Mizkif for no reason. Mizkif jokingly replied saying he's British.
I don't think, dude, Miz gets so much hate, dude. He's such a he's a pretty chill dude in real. I'm gonna be real. He's a pretty chill, like off stream and shit like that. Not even on stream. He's a funny guy. I think this is a little bit much. I don't get this shit.
But then while streaming, made a more heated response. Now bear in mind, while streaming, Mizkif said that he was trying to bait the internet with this response, so it's probably not serious. Knowing Mizkif, nothing that he says is serious, but I'll show you
He
some of it.
fucks around a lot.
When I was talking to TommyInnit, he was probably one of the most insufferable people that I've ever talked to in my fucking life. When I was sitting there waiting for Masayoshi to pop up, TommyInnit is just standing there like a complete prick and looking like such a jackass. I'm trying to just sit there and wait for Masayoshi. I say hello to him, and he gives me the rudest stare you could ever imagine. I'm like,
Yeah, make what you will out of all this. I genuinely don't care. But this is how the drama started. Tommy would then quote tweet this response from Mizkif and say, "You are just really hard to talk to," escalating this further, which made other content creators start to react to it as well. Asmongold would react to this, for example, and say that Tommy's only doing this because he's
Great
falling
photo, Asmon.
off. And XQC would just say, "Well, these guys are all cringe. Sorry." This made Tommy tweet this out saying, "To be more cringe than TommyInnit is pretty fucking hard, but
I'm gonna be real. I think this shit is fucking funny as hell. Like, this guy came in with this goddamn shirt to talk to the president. Like, come on, man. This ain't cringe. This shit is wild. This is fucking wild, bro."
you pulled it off, pal," posting an image of XQC
That goes
shaking
hard. It
Trump's
kinda
hand.
does.
XQC would then quote tweet this saying, "From doing streams in my basement to doing a stream
What
with the
is
president,
this?
how's that a diss? You went from dick riding Dream for a living to making jokes to teenage girls. Lock in." This is when, in one of the most unexpected...
Bro was getting like, he got possessed by a demon there. Like, what the fuck was going on? What is this shit?
How's that a diss?
What the
You went from
fuck
dick
is
riding
this?
Dream for a living to making jokes to teenage girls.
Hello?
Lock in. This is when, in one of the most unexpected ways possible, Dream would make a comeback.
Growing up, becoming a retarded TommyInnit fan, Dream SMP stance. He said the
quote
R
tweeted
word,
XQC's
guys.
response and posted this meme showing two paths forward for Dream SMP stands, either growing up or becoming a retarded TommyInnit fan. Now, you have to understand, right? In
This
any other
his own
community,
fans, yeah.
this would be perceived as normal, but we're dealing with Dream SMP stands and antis here. Obsessive people that were raised under the guise of being virtue signaling and as progressive as possible. In their minds, this word right here is a massive slur, and Dream had just used it casually. How dare he? So
That's
not only did he
crazy.
delete the post almost immediately after receiving backlash, someone brought back a tweet that he had made a long time ago in which he said, "I don't personally support using the word retard. I feel enough people find it offensive that if you're a content creator, you should phrase it out of your vocabulary."
I think that is a retarded response. That's crazy.
And I mean, this is a perfect example. He was
Johnny.
acting
Hi.
exactly like his community.
How
He
you
was
doing?
virtue signaling, but then as soon as someone pissed him off, he would just use the slur he was virtue signaling against immediately. The backlash was immense. Tommy's own mother tweeted this, saying, couldn't be arsed getting involved. There's no ambiguity about using the R slur. Then I saw the bit
Wow.
about being autistic, which really f***ed me off. Being autistic and being an ableist prick are two
I
complete
will be real, bro. Listen, you know what? I mean, all of these slurs, we're using a lot of slurs in this world, and we're not getting that worked up about a lot of them. Like, we're still using slur. If you want to completely remove all slurs from your vocabulary, that's great. But like, bro, that's on you, and you want to, that's more a respectful manner to do that. But a lot of people use slurs, man. And like the R word is a slur, F word is a, no. Why am I, bro, say retarded is a slur and fuck is a slur. All of these shit is a slur, man. And it doesn't really help like subtling it out like this. This is all bullshit. If you want to be like PG friendly and start being a little bit more, I don't know, polite and have a bit more manners the way you phrase things and speak, don't use any slur, man. It's not that hard.
different things.
It's
Big
actually
love to
not
all
that
my
hard.
Neurospicy pals. This tweet partly references how Dream
Don't
would
be
say that
dumb.
it's okay for him to say the word retard because he's autistic. But it's also talking about something else. Tommy's mother was actually
Oh,
directly
jeez.
responding to Dream's explanation that he had written in his own subreddit about why he had posted the meme. People felt they were back in 2021 with how he would do something, offend people, delete it, and then explain. He also deleted this explanation after the fact, by the way. He'd explained that the reason why he posted it is because he was so done with double standards. How Nicholas
Either way, my lesson from this is that Twitter is somewhat even less reasonable than I thought in the first place. Oh, and I don't use the R word under any circumstance, even if I see funny memes and you're autistic. What about the mentally handicapped? Lesson learned. Hopefully I can forgive him. Back into coding. Okay.
Cantu could use slurs and Dream would still get the brunt of the hate, how people would go viral calling him a retard, and if he used it, he would get hate for it, and said that he has his own reasons for having a problem with Tommy, being the internet police, and was expecting to get a lot of shit for going after poor Tommy that lies about him constantly, while saying that he had no intentions to
You know what's funny is that the R word in my language is actually, saying mentally handicapped is more like a little bit more of an offensive way to phrase things like that, to call people, calling people the R word instead of saying the R word. There's two different variations of this wordings. There is one that is actually in my language for both of them. And the one saying calling someone a mentally handicapped is actually the one that can be used as a derogatory or offensive way. It's very interesting. Same for me. Yeah, it's very interesting how it's like divided. It's completely opposite end on some languages and the same in the English. Like it really is just depending on how you are phrasing it at the end of the day and how you are trying to like what your intent is. So yeah, it used to be a medical term in English as well. These are medical terms. They are, but we are on the internet. Logic does not matter anymore. it doesn't matter anymore, man.
after every Dream SMP fan or being ableist, saying that in his opinion, the worst Dream SMP fan
Again, these are medical terms, but you can say things in a manner or in a way where it becomes offensive when if you say it in a different manner, it's not, but if we're thinking about we have one brain cell right now. We can only think that one direction. That's the problem.
became Tommy fans, and that Tommy
It's all
feeds right
context,
into it to promote his
exactly.
Patreon, shows, book, or whatever else he's currently promoting because he has absolutely no backbone. On the same day, Dream would go live and visit past conflicts, like
That's a
reacting
cool
to the
skin.
If YouTubers Were Honest video. He would
That is
also
a
go
funny
ahead
skin,
and leak
very
DMs
cool.
with Tommy, even though Tommy had specifically asked him a while ago
Who's
to
this?
never do that. In which Dream says, "Are we even friends, dude?" And Tommy replies, "Yeah, why? What's up, man?" Sad face. And Dream ends up writing another encyclopedia, pretty much asking, why does Tommy always make jokes
That's
at the expense
Kubo?
of Dream?
Okay.
He would then proceed to confirm that yes, he did message Tommy's mother, and he would show what the message was.
That's crazy.
Saying, just thought
You're starting to slide into your friend's mom's DMs? That's wild, bro. That's wild.
let you know that I don't agree with lots of people replying to you and don't want you to be attacked at all. I will express that I do agree with some of the people replying because Tommy knew what would happen and knew what I had happened with my family as well, as he has critiqued me strongly for my tweets that caused doxing or harassment,
Answer
saying,
Ronaldo.
it's going to cause doxing, so why do it? Even though I always reply that it's not my silly reply that's the problem, it's the person doxing or whatever. Like you've said about his video, that's never what his opinion has been. His video is outwardly dishonest as he knows far more about the situation and he takes a side with his skit, which he knew would cause tons of issues. He then goes ahead and reiterates the same points in the next paragraphs, but overall, that was it. He found it very hurtful that Tommy would make
You know what I need? I don't actually need it, but it would be great if iPhones and Android phones. I'm not sure if it's an Android, but like it would be great that every phone has an option on text messages. Maybe this already is and I don't even know about it, where you can just hold on it and AI reads it for you, like TTS reads this for you, like text to speech reads this for you. I don't even know why I say AI. Text to speech. I hope that that's an option, because that's like, if you get all this, do you want to read this, or do you want to just click on text to speech and go make yourself a steak?
Skit about him, and even though Tommy's mother was being relentlessly attacked on Twitter, he never once tweeted, "Hey guys, can you please stop?" Instead, just expressing this in the DMs. After the stream, Tommy tweeted this, saying, "I just want very famous YouTubers I liked when I was 16 to stop leaking DMs of me being a bit awkward. Is that too much to ask?" That obviously escalated things even further and made Dream look pretty bad. But can we take a second to look at this instead? Twitter sometimes can be funny, I'll give you that. That same day, TommyInnit released his video titled Dream, in which he addressed most of the things going on. And I'm going to show you the biggest highlights of this video, like the beginning. Watch.
Hello. This video is a message to Dream. If you've been off the internet the past couple days and haven't kept up, basically, if you're one of my subscribers, Dream has called you a slur. So deal with that how you want.
No.
Okay, now look, I have Dream blocked on everything, and I intend to keep it that way. So Dream, hello mate, let's just dive right in, shall we? Let's talk about you calling all my fans the arslur. You can't throw around the arslur, mate.
Oh my god.
You just can't. My mum worked with adults with disabilities, and since I was 12, I volunteered with her. These are real fucking amazing people.
Now look, you're probably someone who's watching thinking, how the hell are they making such a big deal over a word?
Because they're young. And also they have like they have to follow the crowd of their fan bases in the internet, because they have a variable like PG, like they have the fan base, like the internet fan base he has a specific mindset where all these things are like the Voldemort. Basically, you don't want to say this is the worst things you could ever do. Your titles will become all of the worst things that exist in this world because you said a bad word. So he has to back this up and double it amount. Pretty much it. It's just a little bit over the top.
Word like that. Well, this is a...
He called him a Redditor. Ooh. Oh, that is actually worse.
Massive community.
Oh my god.
And that's how they perceive that word. In another
Redditor.
Community, it's not that big of a deal, but here...
I would actually be taking... I don't take offense from anything, but if you call me a Redditor, maybe I would think about it for a second. You know, like I would maybe think about it for a second. I would look at my actions and be like, what did I do? What did I do?
This battlefield, it is. And Dream had completely screwed up by using it. Tommy would then proceed and talk about his time in Dream SMP and how Dream treated him when he was just a 16-year-old.
Dream. 4 years ago, you were awful to me. When I was 16, you gave me YouTube advice, and you held that over my head for years.
That's good.
You didn't treat me like an equal, and you made me feel small. The Dream SMP, a lot of your success just wouldn't have happened without me, streaming every single night on the server and caring about everything as much as I did. And you made me feel small about that.
That's crazy.
When I was a kid. Shame on you, man.
Shame on you, man.
So for someone who used to watch Dream SMP or someone who used to be a fan of Dream, this is a massive revelation. Tommy was, as I said, one of the most influential people on the server. He was streaming, as he said, almost every single day. This is what you would call a bombshell. And speaking of bombshells, he would then go ahead and talk about the DM that Dream had sent his mother.
You harassed my mum as she was going through a divorce. The worst time of her life. You tried to harm the relationship between me and my mum. And if we weren't best friends with the shit...
Is that his flag of Germany? What is going on here?
...shit that you were saying, you probably could have really harmed that, mate. You are like a proper movie villain. I have watched you take advantage of vulnerable people and use them to benefit yourself. I have watched you lie to fans, to me, to people, and take no responsibility afterwards. You are incapable of taking any criticism. You refuse to change anything about yourself. You reframe everything so that you are the victim. 4 years have gone by, and the rest of us have grown, reflected, really tried to better ourselves and learn after going through that incredibly overwhelming experience together.
Is that why you started to create a random beef with Miskiff? Did you feel like you grew? I don't know. I feel like in a way I get what you're saying, and I think that he probably is completely right on a lot of things. But at the end of the day, sometimes creators and even people and stuff gotta listen to what they themselves are saying. Like, if you feel like this guy Dream has done something bad to you and pushed you down, why are you doing the exact same thing? Like, that's my question.
And you've reverted to saying slurs and punching down.
By the majority of people, this video was seen as very mature and level-headed. Tommy would end this video by asking Dream to please seek therapy, saying,
No, he
"You
just
being an
hates
asshole right
Italians,
now
so he's
does
a
not mean that you
racist."
have to be one forever."
It wasn't I that said that, it was my
resonated very
chat.
well within the community. Even Dream's own community was very divided when it came to this, with some feeling very alone siding with Dream, and others saying that, you know what, this time Dream can fight this on his own. I'm done with this.
Oh my
Either way, the
God.
same guy claiming that Tommy had no backbone had deleted yet
I think they should just both go into the boxing match, have like a legal boxing match, 1-to-1, let it all out, and then they call the drama there and they stop and move on with their life. I think that would be the best end of this whole drama. Just send them both to an official boxing match. Heck, ask for Miskiff as well. Get him in. He fights the winner. Okay? Yeah, 1v1 Greek hit. Yep, get them in there. Let them, you know what? Just let them have let's make a boxing match and we can end this drama once and for all.
Another tweet in which he said, "I'm not sure why TommyInnit decided to attack and lie about me in front of his entire audience, but I guess it gives me an opportunity to let it all out. Crazy Minecraft beef, I guess," referencing the video titled Dream. He then ended this by saying, "We'll be making an upload to respond to his video soon, given it's serious, not fun times." And then interestingly enough, instead of taking an entire month to upload it, he only took 1 day. In a video titled, "I'm sorry, but not to TommyInnit." By now, most people were wondering why they couldn't just resolve this in private, but whatever, man. It's a 9-minute video. Let's talk about the highlights. The only thing that Dream apologized for in this video was him saying the R slur. That's it. Then he started talking about Tommy. He says that his main issue with Tommy and his friend group is that they keep joking that he's a pedophile, even though he proved that he wasn't. With one of Tommy's friends, Tubbo, saying that, you know what, we probably should stop saying that he's a pedophile. It's not right, especially since he proved that he wasn't. He then refutes the claim that
That is the case for the police and not Minecraft or internet people. Like, there's no reason for you to deal with that. Like, why are you saying that? That's a wild thing to say. Let the police handle it. If you think so, forward the police, but let them handle it and then be done with it. That's over.
advantage of Tommy, that he belittled him, instead saying that they called fairly often, he gave him advice a lot, and he wanted to see him succeed, showing clips of Tommy praising Dream directly while streaming. There was this small clip in Tommy's video talking about merch. Here it is.
I'm not just selling USB baby photos or lazily designed merchandise, all right? I'm doing the best with what I have.
Tommy.
Dream then goes ahead and refutes that, saying, no, my merch brand is family business made by actual people getting paid real wages. He then says that while Tommy's merch looked cool, the company behind it wasn't, employing child labor, saying, wow, your employees are really cool.
That's crazy.
Calling them scammers, referencing CoffeeZilla's video investigating them. He also accused them of hiring editors, paying them less than minimum wage, and also getting his fans to edit his videos for free. He also finds the DM he sent his mother to be very reasonable, saying that calling him an evil villain is a bit too much, while also stating that he had no idea she was going through a divorce anyway, it was just about the video. Finally, he said that, listen, if you want to talk about no backbone, how about you delete all the videos that I'm in on your channel, and I'll delete all the videos that you're in on my channel. And he ends his video saying that instead of telling you to go seek therapy, I'm just going to say you don't need to push people down in order to lift yourself up. That's it.
Not wrong.
The comments on this video are hilarious because, a lot of them are true. This is huge for the unemployed. And I like how most of the internet problems can be solved by...
This is huge for the unemployed.
by not being on Twitter. People are just over it. This type of drama should have been left in 2021 or 2022 and not brought forward to 2025. Instead of feeling outraged like fans would have felt years ago, they're just memeing the hell out of it, further proving the idea that people couldn't care less. I mean, there's already a video from Lessons in Meme Culture about the Dream drama becoming a meme, right? And Dream's video barely came out like 7 hours ago, okay? Like, this is crazy. I've never seen people be so over a drama in such a short amount of time. Dream says that his next video is going to be a normal manhunt upload. We'll see how that goes.
Normal
But for the time
manhunt?
being, people are already over the drama. And I don't think we'll see a response from Tommy. I don't think it'll go any further unless Dream decides to bring it to the next level somehow. And yeah, congratulations. You're now caught up on the first major drama of 2025, which was really stupid. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video whenever that is. I need a vacation after this. Anyway, yeah, love you. Mwah.
Okay, so here's why I'm not wrong. The idea here is that Tommy's completely disregarding my feelings. I'm actually truly outraged at the idea that everything I do is subject to double standard approach that I've suffered through the 40 years. I'm the victim here, and I deserve to be. That's crazy. Now, this being huge for the unemployed is an amazing comment that I'll forever cherish and remember for my life. That's an incredible comment. Man, that's nuts. This was actually as dumb as I expected it to be. I think this could be handled with literally all of this misgift, Tommy, Dream. I think this could be sorted by literally just sitting down in a call and talk for 3 minutes and say, yo, this and that, and it's over. We did not need all of this. This could have ended, but that, anyways, it happened and we went through it, and it felt like I went through some kind of silly sitcom show. I don't know. What a scenario. But yeah, you tell me down below what you think. This Minecraft drama, I thought it was funny. Jeez, nice. That's what DMs are for, my guy. I think sometimes things got to get to a call, man. They could just call it out, talk about it. But yeah, if you like this video, feel free to like the video, sub to the channel if you watch more. And when you app with me live, you're free to come by my Twitch channel on twitch.tv/Adley. I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.